Hello, people. It's time to cut some lionfish. Come on in the room. I don't want to do it alone. Give me a second. Let me pull up the live on here so that I can see if there are any questions while I am filleting. Why are you saying long time no see? What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in. View channel. Why are you saying long time no see? All right. Saw you smile. Okay, looks like we need to adjust up a little bit, right? Don't be shy. Anybody in here? Oops. Come back off. All right. Let's adjust you up a little bit. Yes. Is that okay? Let's see if you can still see everything. Okay, that looks like it's perfect. Let's get some lionfish out. I got a cooler full. I cut some up the day before, but I got plenty left. All right. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. On the side. Surprise! I didn't have any intentions to go live today, but I'm about to clean the lionfish, and I said, why do it alone? And I haven't spoken to y'all in a minute, so why not? Push it some more. I might have to tell Alexa to stop because I don't know how that works with YouTube. These knives may or may not be sharp, so be patient with me here. Hopefully they're sharp enough. I haven't used them in a minute. All right. Now, the method I use is just to fillet it even with the spines on because I go through so much lionfish. I really don't feel like cutting the spines, but I'll show you guys both ways. So basically I just grab the pectoral fins and then make a cut to the side here. Run the knife along the back of the lionfish. Angle it down into the fish. Cut down the tail. Up into the body and the ribs. And then cut the fillet off. As you can see, oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry. As you can see, it's a white meat. I'll just put that here for now. Let's get a few more on the table. Pretty nice fillet, right? Decent. And I do the same to the other side. Flip it over, cut from the top down, slide the knife along the back of the fish. Turn it this way so you guys can see. Take my finger just to lift up the flap that I cut and cut away the meat. Away from the fish. Hello, hello. Where are we viewing from? I want to make sure to tell everybody hi. This one I'm pretty sure has an egg sac, so we'll go ahead and investigate. As you can see, it's bulging out the belly. Let me give you a closer look. See right here? It looks like it's bulging out the belly. We'll verify that in a second. Hello, Texas. Cut along the back. Angle the knife down. Yep, we have egg sacs. That's one, and the other one is going to be on the other side. I hope you guys can see this well enough. Is the lighting good enough for you to see everything that I'm showing you? Flip it on the other side. Make that same cut from the head down. Slide the knife from the top to the tail. All right. What's up, St. Thomas? VI Massive. So this is a second lionfish I cut, and this one has egg sacs. So I'm going to show you guys what those look like. So you have one on this side, one on this side. I'm going to pull it out. Don't get freaked out, okay? That's one. That's two. Let's see if I can get the camera over here. Give you guys a little close up. They look like brains, don't they? This is a lionfish. And those are the egg sacs. So that was a female lionfish. There are probably approximately 30,000 eggs in these sacs together. That gets released into the ocean, and the current takes it away. And those babies come out in like about 36 hours, I believe, after coming out. Alan said, you're freaking out too fast, man. That's just the egg sac. That's the babies. I feel like we should hold on to these. Although I probably don't need to hold on to them, I am sure that there's going to be plenty more egg sacs in the rest of the lionfish that I'm going to be cutting up. See, this is another one already. I'm going to show you what it looks like again. You see how it's already sticking out from the bottom? It's bulging out. Remind anybody of going into labor? So this is another, see how small this fish is? This is another lionfish reproducing machine at this size. It doesn't take long. It takes them about a year to get sexually mature. All right, so fillet time. We're gonna cut along, like diagonally along the fish. Run the knife down the back to the tail. Angle it in to cut away at the meat. This meat isn't so white because it looks like this fish was stabbed in the body. So you'll see the puncture wound right here. It's still good, and you don't taste this. It's just the blood ended up going into the meat. So it's just not as pretty. All right, cut the next side, angle down. that cut is a little high. And as I said in the beginning, this knife is not as sharp as I would like it to be. So, and a dull knife is a dangerous knife, so I'm just paying attention while I'm cutting. Here we go again, another egg sac or two. Well, two egg sacs, obviously, because it's always two. All right, toss that. Let's get a bigger one out the cooler. This one has lost its color. I hope you guys are taking count. So far, I've cut 3 fish and 2 of them had egg sacs. And I believe this is another one that is gonna have egg sacs again, because as you can see right again, it's sticking out from the bottom hole there. Yes, I do cook more animals, but so it's gonna be fish though. Always fish or lobster, conch. But lately I've been catching lionfish only. It's been a while since I went hunting for anything else. The last time I would say that I caught a lobster yesterday, but I gave it away. The last time I went spear fishing for other fish was in May. And I caught a few mangrove snapper and hogfish and a sheep's head as well. All right, so of the 4, is that an egg sac? Yep, we got egg sac again. So far of the 4 lionfish that I have filleted, 3 of them have been with child. Yep, it's a lot of seafood over here. Catch, cook. Catch, clean, cook. This is the clean part. This is the part, the not so friendly part, I guess you could say. Nobody's running to come do this, I'll tell you that. Oh, this one's belly is full too. That's the stomach, and it feels like it has cheese. There are at least 4 things in here. I'm sure there's more. So it seems like a lot of tiny fish. Who wants me to dissect the stomach? But here's another egg sac. I'm not going to do anything with the sacs. The sacs are going to go, well, what happens with the fish when I clean them, I usually freeze these, and then they go back to the ocean. They do get returned to the ocean, but not before they're frozen for a couple days. We want to make sure that we're not releasing eggs back into the ocean to do exactly what we don't want them to do. Do you guys want me to dissect the stomach and see how much different fish is in here? Or we can move on. All right, let's get a paper towel. It gets a little messy. All right. And they eat fish whole, so it's still in whole condition. Hasn't really decayed much. That's 1. See if I could make out what the rest of these are. This is a smaller one. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it could be a goby or a blenny. That's 2. It's another one that looks just like the one I just took out. That's 3. That's 4. Yikes. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is really tiny. And 10. So there were at least 10 fish in there. Clean my hands. Let me give you guys a little close up. Hopefully you can see it well against the white background. That was in the stomach. How much baby the sacks have? So they say that there are approximately 30,000 eggs, there are 30,000 lionfish in the 2 sacks. So each lionfish has 2 sacks, so they carry about 15,000 in each one. But that's how many fish was in that one belly. 10 different types of fish. This one looks like it could be a damselfish. I'm not good at identifying the dead, so don't hold me to it. Let's clean that off and get back to filleting. So that is actually one of the main reasons that we hunt lionfish and focus on lionfish mainly, because they are invasive in our area. They basically eat all the native fish. We're talking parrotfish, snapper, anything that can fit into its mouth. As you can see, that one had 10 in its stomach because they are voracious predators. They just keep eating and eating and eating. They're one of the few fish that have fatty liver disease. That's just because they're so greedy. Let's get another one out. So I've shown you how I fillet fish normally. It looks like Nemo, the big one. It does look, it is shaped a little like Nemo. I showed you how I normally fillet fish. Now I'll show you the safer way to do it, which is basically you're gonna cut off all the venomous spines. So the lionfish has 18 venomous spines total. You have 13 at the top of the dorsal fin, which is what I'm cutting right now. So there goes 13. You have 3 on the anal fin. One on each of the pelvic fins. And the pectoral fins don't have any venomous spines, so you can cut them off or leave them on, whichever way you feel. And then, now this fish is like any other fish. There's no venom, nothing that can prick you. Hello, Miranda, good evening. And we're gonna cut diagonally and then run the knife along the back, down to the tail. Angle the knife down into the meat, into the bone, really. Along the ribs, and there you have a fillet. That's the swim bladder that you see inflated there. We're gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. right? And then down the spine, cut away the meat. All right. Yeah, it would hurt. They're as sharp as hypodermic needles, so you don't want to get poked by these, especially when they actually contain venom. Like right now, even if I was to get poked, it would hurt, but I would not suffer any effects from the venom because the venom is neutralized after 8 hours. So these fish have been on ice for at least 24 hours. Yeah, they've been on ice for at least 24 hours. So now that I have a couple fillets here, I'm going to skin them. So I'm going to remove the skin. So I grab one side, angle the knife down, and what you're really going to do is pull the piece of skin that you have in your hand. And there it goes, it comes right off. Now you have a skinless fillet, but it still has pin bones in it. So you feel for the bones down the middle, make a cut down the center, and then cut it off at an angle right here. That gets rid of the pin bones. So now you have a skinless, boneless lionfish fillet. I have a bowl set out already with some water and a squeeze of lemon juice. I'm just gonna throw that in here just so that it could remove all the other icky stuff that's on it. That's just the blood and gooiness and the little scales that do fall off in the process because they have scales that come off very easily. So that's what you'll see a lot of on the board while I'm cutting. So again, find the pin bones down the center and then cut at an angle. And I do that several more times until I'm done with my pile over here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's a little hot tonight. So I have the fans running. Hopefully that's not distracting to the sound of my voice. And when I'm done with this, I usually clean the fillets that are in the bowl, probably season them. And if I'm not gonna cook them right away, I vacuum seal them as well. Head. Just let me finish cleaning up these fillets here for you. But I was showing you guys earlier, you can tell when they got hit in the body when we were sparing them in the ocean because you'll see the blood mark, little wound. It doesn't taste any different. It's not bad. It's just, you know, visually, not as visually as appealing as Do we have any other lionfish hunters on the live? Any other divers? Any other ocean enthusiasts? Seafood lovers, perhaps? I'm not cooking tonight, just cleaning and prepping, I guess. I can always do another live when I'm cooking, if you guys like. I've made coconut lionfish, kind of like coconut shrimp. That seems to be a family favorite. Fried, blackened. Blackened is really good, and I feel like it's a little healthier for you. Pan-seared. All right, we are all done with the fillets that I had there. Why y'all didn't tell me I'd throw a skin in there? Okay. We're gonna do this one and keep it whole. Where did the scissors go? Oh, it's right in front of me. Come on, Julie, get it together. Yeah, I'm a little behind on videos. I've been doing a lot of diving, and I haven't really had time to sit down and edit. But we did 2 days of diving this weekend, and I was filming on both days. And what I have done is named all the video tracks, so that helps me to be ready when it's time to edit. So hopefully I can get some of those done so that I can take you guys on, the dives with me. Makes it a lot more fun when you can be a part of it all. Yesterday we had quite a few sharks on us on our second dive. Lionfish because it sounds like you need to write a line. Oh, thank you. How long have you been hunting? I've been hunting lionfish since 2015, so 10 years. All right, so this is how we take care of a whole lionfish. So I basically took off all the spines so I don't have to worry about them. And me personally, I cut at the gills, so I lay it upside down like this, make a slit right here with this not so sharp knife. It's usually not that hard, I promise, right? Because the meat is pretty tender, right? When you do that, I can clip this. For this fish, I get rid of the head because there's no meat in it at all. It's just hard, bony plates. Not like grouper where you could get like grouper cheeks and stuff like that. And then I cut down the center of the belly. This one has egg sacs too. Do you guys know what number we're on of fish that have egg sacs? I think we were at 4 at least. This is what, 5? Number 5? I don't really remember how many fish we cut already. But this one has egg sacs as well. See, 1, 2. That's 30,000 less lionfish in the ocean. This one seems to have a bit of a full stomach as well, not as big as the other one, but it has a few fish in there. For those of you who missed the dissection a few minutes ago, we removed 10 different types of fish from one lionfish stomach. It had devoured 10 fish at the least. It was on a full stomach. And it had egg sacs. So it was a reproducing, grubbing machine. Do you use the eggs? I have never used the eggs. Now, I heard that fish roe, which is what they call fish eggs, is good. I have never had it. I'm not the most adventurous person when it comes to food. From what I do know of knowing about the lionfish, there is a nauseous chemical like around the egg sacs. I don't know how that translates to when you have it as food, but I do know that that's one of its protections when it's in the ocean. It just has this nauseous, how do you say it? Noxious thing that's enveloping him to discourage any predators from eating the eggs. They are really the ultimate predator. What you see me doing here, I'm just scaling, removing the scales from the lionfish. It doesn't take much. I just slide the knife in the opposite direction, like towards the head. And that's gonna make a nice, I could fry this, I could bake it. I like this fried. Batter it up. All right. We can use the fish eggs in our cooking. I know, I just never done it. I don't know what it would taste like. I guess we could try that one of these days. We could try it. This one is a little curved up from the ice. I don't know what it would, and I don't know what would the texture be like too, because it's kind of squishy. Would it be squishy after cooking? I don't know. I got asked about the eggs a couple weeks ago. I just don't know. I don't know anyone who has actually used the eggs either. I know people who have used like jack roe and snapper roe. They said it tastes really good and it's buttery and all that stuff. But I don't know if the lionfish one would be the same. Who wants to try it? That could be a whole nother video. Maybe I could do it and try to get the kids to eat it. Did this one have? This one didn't have egg sacs. Lionfish caviar. I might be passing up on a delicacy, right? I mean, we can try it one day. I don't know when that day is going to be, but we can try it one day. Maybe I could use it as a challenge. What number am I on right now? I think I'm at like 2,900 subscribers or something like that. When we get to 5,000, I'll try it. How about that? You guys rally the troops. Rally the troops and share the live. And if you have any questions, ask away. So I'm just here doing my thing. I would have been doing this anyway. I just have you guys company. So it's been a busy summer. I finally made it to the Lionfish expedition. I was supposed to do that last year, and it got canceled due to weather and technical problems on the liveaboard. Basically, it's a liveaboard that was going to be leaving out of Texas. See, this one has fatty tissue. See, they're so greedy. This is fatty tissue. This is one of the few fish few animals really that have fatty liver disease because they're just so greedy. This one has stuff in its stomach as well, but no egg sacs in this one. But it has fatty deposits. They don't stop eating, so as long as they have a source of food and it can fit in their mouth, they are on it. A lot of times, these last couple hunts that I've been on, I look for anywhere that has little like fish fry swimming around. Because if you see a bunch of fish fry hanging around, it's very likely that a lionfish is nearby, just taking advantage of that. That's one of the things I look for when hunting on the reef. Or I do that and I look at anything that has a structure, anything that you can hide under. They like to hide under the reef, under overhangs, and all of those kinds of things. They like dark spaces. I found myself under a ledge on Saturday, a really deep ledge. It was high enough for me to stick myself under, and it had at least 5 lionfish in there that I could see once I turned on my light. So I slithered my way under there, and I got like 2 of the 5. I hit a third one, but it wiggled off. I have a video on Facebook and Instagram showing that shot. And that was my fault because what I should have done is pinned it to the ceiling. So that's my fault that it got away. Should have known better than to pull it down once I caught it, because I didn't have the most secure hold on it and it got away. So there was a turtle under there that swam out when I swam in. That was kind of cool. So they're delicious. So you have, Miranda, you have a friend that's tried lionfish egg sacs? And how did they prepare it? That's my question. Like, do you like scrambled eggs? Do you fry them? How do you prepare that? I mean, we got plenty in the bag. We have 5 already, right? We have at least 5 fish that had egg sacs. Smoked salmon roe. Ooh. Big bannock. I don't know what big bannock is. What is that? Is that a fish? That must be a freshwater fish, is it? The only way I can tell male from female is if it has egg sacs. Egg sacs, I know it's a female. Aside from that, there are no distinctive features that I know of. What I have been hearing, though, because I did ask this while I was on the expedition, because on the expedition we had several scientists and several hunters, and I did ask, and they said that the face plate can help you tell if it's a female or a male. So they said that if it has a rougher face plate, like you see here is all pointy and scaly, this is likely a male. And we could test the theory. When I clean this one, I'll see if it has any egg sacs. Let's see. This one is a little smoother. Does it have egg sacs in here? It does. All right, so let's test the theory on the rest of the fish, right? This one has a smooth faceplate and it has egg sacs, so it's a female. As you can see, it's on the smaller side, but they only take a year to get sexually mature, and this one has egg sacs already. So she was being fast. I would love to see you prepare different types of fish. I'm landlocked. Oh, Canada. So I do other fish. It's just that lately I've really just been hunting lionfish. I did take my spare gun with me yesterday when I went hunting, but I didn't shoot anything else other than lionfish. I had some technical difficulties on my first dive. I didn't have a full tank of air for some reason, even though I just got the tank from the dive shop. And on the second dive, we killed it. there was so many lionfish, I couldn't really bother with any other fish. And plus the waters were sharky too. So you got to be a little bit more careful spearfishing when there's sharks present. And it wasn't just one shark. We had at the most 5 to 6 reef sharks just kind of swimming by, checking us out, not getting too close, but too close still, if you get my drift. Let's see, is this a smooth faceplate? This seems, to me, it's smooth. It has some spikes on it though, some small spikes. Let's see. Do you have, it has XX, so female. What are we on now? Is that 6 lionfish with XX so far? I don't know how many I've cut though. Anybody else keeping count? These are very defined egg sacs. They kind of look like mini brains. Hope you guys get a good look at that. No white fish egg pie. A bread? Oh, really? Wow, I said fast fish in my head. Then you said it. Yeah, she was being fast. Let's see. Okay, this is smooth. This is really smooth. And plus it's really tiny, so I don't even know if it would have egg sacs or not. I don't think it's big enough to, I think they are maybe at about 8 inches or so. This might be 8 inches though. No, maybe smaller. I'm pretty sure it's smaller than that. You have to excuse me. I haven't shot my spare gun in a minute, so my calculations of measurement are off. So you don't have to know how big they are. Shoot all of them. I don't have to worry about, is it too big, is it too small. All right, I don't see any egg sacs in this one. All right, this is the one I told you guys had a spiky face. So by the theory that I was told, this should be a male, so it should not have any egg sacs. Let's see what happens here. This one is pretty thick. Let's keep this one whole. So I'm gonna cut off the spines. If you missed earlier, there are 18 venomous spines on the lionfish, 13 at the top, which is called the dorsal fin. All right, 13 dorsal fin spines. There are 3 on the anal fin, right here. 1, 2, 3. Cut that off. And then there's 1 on each of the pelvic fins. 1, 2. The pectoral fins they use to corral their prey, and they don't have any venomous spines on them. Now I push the face at the gills up a bit, cut right there. And this time I could cut through. Take off the head, because there's no meat in the head, just a bony plate. And then I cut down the center of the fish. So I can remove its guts. And there are no egg sacs. So we're gonna assume it's a male, right? Which was spot on as far as the spiky face goes. Don't you love science? All right, and the next thing to do after I remove the guts, I am going to scale the fish. Just a matter of running my knife up. So that's when you lose the pattern on the lionfish. That one was pretty defined. I'll show you what it looks like on this side. It got bruised up a little, probably got scratched in the cooler or in the zookeeper. So I just raise my knife up like this, and it just lifts the scales. It's not like other fish that have those big scales that go flying everywhere. You really could take high pressure water and knock these off too. But that's a waste of water, so we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna involve water until it's time to clean off all this gook. For now, it just goes into my bowl of water with a sprinkle of lemon juice. I squeeze some lemon into the water. That's just to clean it off, clean off all the muck. Let's clean this off a little bit. Give me a second. And I'm gonna show you how to skin the fillets. This is why we don't scale them before doing the fillet. So I take, as you can see, this has the skin on one side. So I'm just gonna grab the end, cut into it just a little bit just to get to the skin, angle my knife down, and then I'm going to pull the skin with my other hand while the knife is angled down. And there goes the skin. And then you're going to need to remove the pin bones. So you feel for them down the center, make a cut down the center, and then angle away at the ribs. And now you have a boneless, skinless fillet. And do that 1,000 more times. Smooth face is equal female, scaly, rough face, male. Got it. Yep. It looks like they were right. Boom. This little one. This, I would have actually kept it whole and made a nugget. I like to fry these little ones, keep them whole, and process them just like I did that last big one, and fry them. And those are my lionfish nuggets. They're really good. My son really likes them, and he likes to eat the tail off of them. Nice crispy treat. Of course, he eats the rest of the fish, but he really likes the tail too. All right, so you pull, angle down the knife, and pull with the other hand. There goes the skin. Line down the center, angle off, take off the rib bones, pin bones. I like lionfish fritters, but they're a lot of work. But it's worth it though. So if I have the time, that's what I like to make. Also coconut lionfish, which would be similar to coconut shrimp. Those are pretty good as well, but they're a lot to make because they involve wet batter and dry batter and putting the fish in the fridge to set for a bit so that it doesn't, crumble out in the pan when it's getting fried. But it's a really, really good snack or entree with some sides, some tostones. Sounds like a cookbook in the making. Man, the things we do with these lionfish. I probably should make a cookbook. It's good blackened too. And this fish is a mild flavored fish, like it doesn't taste fishy. So if you're a person who's funny about fish and maybe doesn't like fish because of the fishy flavor, this one is not fishy at all. It takes on anything you throw at it. So whatever seasonings you, I don't want to compare it to tilapia, but in that sense, you know, how it kind of takes on whatever you throw at it. But it definitely has more flavor than tilapia. I hear a lot of people say it's a mix between snapper and grouper. It's hard for me to describe it. I just think it's a sweet, slightly sweet, buttery, tender meat. All right. Pull from one end, throw that skin, remove the pin bones. I have these, like I said, I'm putting them in a bowl with water and a squeeze of lemon. Oh, this one fell apart, so I go on the other end and try to do it from the other end. That skin was a little raggedy already. Okay, and voila. Cut the pin bones. And so you see why, although it's safer to cut off the spines before filleting, I don't do it because there's just so much fish to go through. Who has the time to do that? It would make the process so much longer. And like I said, most of the time when I'm doing this, I'm not, the fish has been in the cooler for over the time that the venom would still be useful. I can't, even if I was to get pricked right now, aside from getting pricked, which would hurt like a pin chucking you, the venom would not affect me because it's already denatured. The time has already elapsed for the venom. It lasts about 8 hours after the fish is dead. There's no more venom produced. These are small. Got a few little ones in here. Have you ever deep fried it whole? Yep. They are delicious. They are delicious deep fried. Maybe not with, I haven't done it with the head, I don't think, because I take off the head off of this fish because it doesn't have any meat on it, but the whole thing has been thrown in a fryer after getting a little batter. Oh, I didn't check this. This one has a scaly face. I don't know if you guys can see the details or not. I'm sure you can hear that though, right? It's very scaly. So we're thinking male, right? And I have these gloves on because when I am done, I don't want to be trying to wash off fishy smell off of my hand. That's really all they're for, because they're not protecting me from being poked at all. All right, guys, no egg sacs. Where my nephew? They are in the office. That is the only reason it's quiet in here. Everybody's gone. All right, this one also has a scaly face, so we shouldn't have any egg sacs. Anybody keeping count of the amount of fish that we cut? No? I got to do everything. Sea salt, stop serving it. Yeah. When I went to Sea Salt, they were still serving lionfish, but they didn't have any to give me, so I didn't get to try it. Let's not talk about lionfish in the Virgin Islands at restaurants. It's a sore subject for me. I mean, because surely you don't think I need all this lionfish for myself. I am trying to get them into restaurants. It's not as easy as you would think. All right, let's see. All right, guys, no egg sacs. We got some fatty liver, though. Fatty tissue. This one's obese. Let's go ahead and skin these one time. It is a lot of prep work. And I imagine that they probably, if I sell it to them, I'm gonna imagine they're gonna want it filleted. So the prep work would be my problem, right? But I think at least getting it out there is worth it for people to be able to try it. You know, for a long time, the public conception was that that these things were poisonous. Could probably make a shoe out of this, right? Like leather. They do actually do that. There is lionfish leather. You know, all the spines and stuff get used to make jewelry. I'm not one of those people who does that, because like that's another thing that I would have to do. But when I do have time, we can cut the spines and stuff and put them separate. There's a jewelry maker here in St. Croix, and she takes donations of that kind. So. Yeah, so I just kind of power through. So when we went diving Saturday, I cut some of the, I did fillet some of the lionfish that night because I knew I was going to be diving on Sunday. This one got cut in half. It didn't make it all the way through. I cut too deep because I knew we were going to be diving on Sunday, and I didn't want a really large pile. So I made some quick work. I did as many as I felt like that night. And I think I only had like 8 left out of the 29, I believe. So when this pile came from Sunday, it's not as big. Yep. And there's people who are heavy doing jewelry. Like at the St. Thomas and St. Croix Lionfish Derbies this year, the girl who does jewelry down here was at the derbies. When the fish comes in, so our team, for instance, Team Salty Locs and the Misfits, after we spent the whole day catching lionfish for the derby, we have to get to the weigh station by a certain time to turn in the fish, where they measure it, they weigh it, and count it. And after they did that, she cuts off all the spines so that she has a very large supply to work from to make her jewelry. And she did that at boat derbies. It's a lot of work. And then if you're keeping your fish, because I usually do, you can either keep your fish or donate it to the derby. I usually keep the fish. All right, this one has egg sacs. It's so small. And the egg sacs are small too. They don't even look like the other egg sacs. Like, you know how the other egg sacs are so well formed and have they kind of look like a brain? This one doesn't. It doesn't have all that like loop-de-loop stuff going on inside. But it is an egg sac. Okay, I think we're going to start making some lionfish nuggets. So let me get the scissors. And I mean, they make earrings, they make bracelets, they make wine stoppers. They make all kinds of stuff with lionfish. There's a restaurant in Curacao that is just a lionfish restaurant, and they sell the jewelry as well. They make and sell the jewelry. So not only are they cooking the lionfish, they're taking donations or paying people like regular divers. Because if I go out, like I went out there in Curacao and we brought our catch, and it goes on a board. She kind of has a leaderboard, and it goes towards like reducing your meal. Kind of like a ticketing system, I guess. Real smart. And they process the lionfish like this, taking off all the fins and the spines so that they can make jewelry, and the rest of it gets cooked. What you want? What you want? Let's see, we have quite a few little ones in here, so let me get them all out. Those are all gonna be lionfish nuggets. Because it's kind of pointless to fillet something that's this small. Although I've done it, because like I said, I do like lionfish fritters. But you're not yielding much meat from something that small. All right, these are the last lionfish. I did put 3 big ones separate and put them in the freezer for now, just to separate them, because I kind of want to use those for like demonstrations for some other videos. But as far as getting some prepped for cooking, this is it. This is the end of the cooler. So anyway, I was telling you guys about the lionfish expedition I went on in July. It was 4 days on a liveaboard, a bit more than 100 miles offshore of the coast of Texas. We dove the flower garden banks, specifically targeting lionfish. It's a marine sanctuary, so people don't hunt there. It's not allowed. But the group that I went with has a permit to allow it. And so a lot of research is done on those trips. And she has a couple trips every year. It's an application that you have to get picked for. And I got picked last year, but the trip I intended to go on got canceled due to weather. There was I don't know which storm it was, but there was a storm brewing in the Gulf, and the compressor on the boat went out, and the replacement wouldn't have been able to get tested and inspected in time for us to go out. So my trip got moved to this year, but it was a really, 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 really good trip. I had 4 days of diving, 4 dives a day, starting at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning to about 5 o'clock. The second day we did a night dive, but that was only one night dive. All the rest of the dives probably ended, the last dives were like maybe 6 o'clock in the afternoon, the latest, as the sun was still up. We did 2 days on the flower garden banks and 2 days on oil rigs. I had never dove oil rigs before and always wanted to. That was amazing. That was amazing. The amount of fish that are on oil rigs and the amount of oil rigs that are out there and the depths that they're at. But it's really amazing to see all the life that are on the oil rigs. Like so many amberjack and sharks and turtles and just all types of fish, even like little damselfish, little sergeant majors. It really shows you that artificial reefs are really important to encouraging marine life, giving them a place to live. So when they retire the oil rigs, they're sometimes used by research places. The scientists that were on board were removing invasive damselfish. I think the bicolor damselfish are apparently invasive in this area. Let's see, this smooth for the most part, a few spikes, but I guess you would consider it smooth because it's not really spiky. Off with his head. Amberjack is I like amberjack. Amberjack for me is like the texture of chicken. It's one you can do a lot with. Oh, this stomach is full. I can feel that fish. Is that an egg sac? No, no egg sacs. I was telling you earlier, lionfish eat their prey whole, and then it eventually deteriorates. So when we open up the stomach, you really could tell what kind of fish it is if it hasn't been in there too long. Sometimes they turn to muck. I mean, it is the stomach at the end of the day. It gets eaten up by the acid to digest. But a lot of times, and maybe if you do the replay of this live, you can see the dissection that I did earlier, where one of the bigger lionfish had 10 fish inside of its stomach. Yep, kind of like a snake. And they're greedy though, man. They don't stop eating. Once they have a source, they just keep going and going and going, and that's a problem. And since they don't have any predators, there's not anything killing them, to keep a balance, they can spawn every I don't know if you guys know this, but they can spawn every 3 to 4 days. So imagine that's at least 30,000 eggs on each spawn, right? So one female in a year could potentially set off 2 million eggs every year once they're sexually mature, and they become sexually mature in just a year. I mean, the stats on them are amazing compared to other fish, and that's why they're thriving here with no predators. Nothing knows that it's okay to eat them. They'll eat them if you give it to them, but that's not a good idea to feed sharks and eels, and it's never a good idea to feed the wildlife. I know I have a video showing one of the dive guides in Belize feeding a lionfish to an eel, but that is what it is, you know. That's what they do. I mean, it was only one lionfish that we had caught, and I guess he just wanted to see it, and I got it on video, so I think it's interesting to watch, although I don't encourage the feeding. Because then you have these things now you have to worry about them when you're diving. Hello, Frankie. When you feed the wildlife, then they associate divers with food, and you don't even have to be spearfishing now, and they're on your tail as soon as they hear that boat and the sounds of bubbles and all these things. Like I said, I'm keeping the rest of these whole. We're gonna make lionfish nuggets out of them. It's not really worth filleting these tiny ones, but they are still worth something. They're really good, like little chicken wings. Lionfish nuggets. Maybe I should call them lionfish tenders. To be tenders, you have to be boneless though, right? We'll work on the name. I've been calling them lionfish nuggets though. Yeah, and then when we went to Belize in August, we dove for lionfish the first day. We did a lot of hunting that first day. We did 3 dives, but the lionfish didn't really start showing themselves until that 3rd dive. But that 3rd dive, they were everywhere. But they used our lionfish. They used our catch to make ceviche on the boat. And there were a lot of people from Canada on the boat, so that was the first time they got to try lionfish, and everybody enjoyed the ceviche. And we used the rest. We filleted a few more, maybe 10. We filleted them and took them to a restaurant, and they prepared. Ooh, it's windy. And they prepared, and we brought it there. Asked them to do what they please with it for a meal for us. And it was really, really good. So lionfish plus sides, like 2 sides, 2 or 3 sides was it, for just 20 Belizean bucks. It was amazing. So I'm just taking the scales off the fish. Slide all of that into the garbage there. I do put them in the garbage, in a garbage bag. Once I'm done with all of them, I freeze what's in the bag. And then at a later date, I toss them into the ocean somewhere. And then you'll see crabs and stuff come around. So it doesn't like go to complete waste. It kind of returns to the sea. All the things that we don't use from it. See this cute little nugget? All right, this is the last one. Scale it off. I don't know, we can do a live again some other time, cooking. What would you guys like to see cooked? Would you like it to be fried, blackened? You want to see the fritters, coconut lionfish? What's your choice? All right, and then to skin these last two fillets, coconut. Of course you would say coconut. All right, we can do coconut lionfish. We have plenty of fillets for that. What I do is I cut them into like bite-sized pieces. Light meal. All right, guys, that is that for that. Very dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. And we've got a bowl full. I don't really know the number that we cut, but that's what a bowl full of lionfish looks like. I'm gonna clean this up and then vacuum seal it, and we'll see you guys on another day. Thank you for joining me while I clean the lionfish, and I guess I'll see you in the kitchen on another day. Coconut lionfish, SH, you got it. All right, I'll see you guys. You have a good night. Make sure that if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel so that you can know the next time I come on. And I'll see you guys on the water. Stay salty, my friend. Boom, 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 boom.